been a while since we hung out on this channel. Welcome back, everybody. Just weather's been good. We've been busy, so I've been focusing on work and the V-Belt and Son channel. You guys know me, Dodge fanatic, Mopar, second gen Dodge Charger is my essential dream mobile. My buddy from high school has always been about the '67 Mustang Fastback. He happened to find himself a deal on Craigslist that is, is best of a barn find, not really abandoned, but left in a barn for a number of years. And the guy had a pretty proud price on it, but he said if you're willing to pay that for it, he'll pull it out of the barn, get it running, go through the brakes and all that stuff. So, funny thing about my buddy, he doesn't live in California but half the time. He spends the other half a year in France doing some other fun stuff. So he sends his brother-in-law down here to look at the car. He says everything looks good. It's not idling very well.
Give it a shot, see if it'll fire up.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But they're gonna get it tuned up, still go through the brakes. So we're gonna head down there, go pick this thing up. And I'm gonna be smart about this one. They say it's gonna be running and driving, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring the trailer just in case. I mean, you know, that workbench channel, if he wants to drive stuff home that's been sitting for a number of years, you got some patience, I'll tell you that much. But it sounds like a lot of fun, but today we got time not on our side. So we're just gonna grab the trailer and go get this Mustang.
You know which one it's in?
I have to remember. Like I said, it's a little dark in here, but
Oh, buddy.
Carry your polyglass, man.
Why does this turn me on more than the
Mustang?
Yeah, because you're a real man.
Like I said,
Where's the other
like
half of it?
The rest of it's here somewhere. I don't know in what unit.
How cool is this? I mean, it's not a straight up genuine 100% barn find because they actually knew it was there, but as far as an outsider looking in, you would never have known that a '69 Charger was tucked away in a spot like this. The story behind this car is the partner in this organization decided he was going to do a full restore on it. He ended up tearing the car down to what you see now. Some parts fortunately got lost in a storage locker somewhere else that he didn't pay the bill on. So numbers matching drivetrain and stuff like that, you know, it gets lost in certain situations like that. But after we got done looking at the Mustang, confirmed, yep, we'll take it, did all the paperwork, we had to check out the Charger. And I'll tell you what, I think all of us were a little bit more excited to see this, not a parts car, but an extreme project sitting in a barn in the dark than we were to see this Mustang. But nevertheless, I mean, it's cool to see a car like this, know that it's still able to be brought back to life because it's under cover, under tarps and everything, relatively dry area. So when, you know, somebody does cough up almost the same amount of money for this Charger as the Mustang, then they can bring it back to life and not, you know, have to deal with extreme amount of rust because it's been out in the field just sinking in the mud. But, oh boy, this was pretty exciting. It was a solid car. I don't remember what the VIN was on it. I don't think paid too much attention on it, but it doesn't really matter these days. Any second generation Dodge Charger are worth a bunch. I mean, they're going up in value quicker than Elon Musk.
It was orange.
Mm-hmm.
New car saying?
I told Ian if he would have called me before I bought that truck, we might have talked, but. Yeah, no. Somebody had a Cuda, and they put a Cummins in it, didn't finish the project, and I thought it was the dumbest.
Because that one was under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got to see it, but that one was under this car.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
Yeah, this one I think is getting moved out.
Yeah, this one's got the Eleanor kit on it.
Just make sure she fires up.
Yeah, straight up is first.
Can't believe this. Ford, 5 minutes, already broke down. We're hoping it's out of gas. That's what he said. But he just Ford.
I'm a Dodge guy.
Amen.
I said in the beginning of the video, I knew this car wasn't going to be, you know, complete roadworthy, setting for decades, and I personally didn't turn any wrenches at all on it. So I brought the trailer just to be safe. Got the truck, you know, might as well bring the trailer.
Okay, I got Alright, dude, here we go. I'll take a nice 30-second video for you. This car is two-wheel drive, 2-door, 4-speed, manual transmission, in case you didn't know. It's kind of a bitch to shift, and it ran out of gas down there. But Joe's gonna do some stuff with this thingy. And then, oh, key's on, but you can, I'm not gonna pull the key. We'll just take that out. Glove box does some closing. It's got a Mustang thing there. Temp gauge. Joe did he drifted a little bit, but it ran out of gas twice on him, and the battery's dead now. I don't think the radio will do. And there's no key for the trunk, unless. But you just texted me on the. Come on,
Who's that say? Ian Figuera. Nice, dude. How'd it go? Just wait till you see this video.
Well, we got in pretty late last night after that whole incident, run out of fuel, battery goes dead. We ended up pushing the thing on the trailer because, well, them guys said it was going to be a running driving car, that they were going to put their money towards it driving all the way home, but I ain't going to play that game. We didn't bring no tools, jump pack, nothing like that. Ratchet tie down, pushing, got her up on the trailer. Took it to his brother-in-law's shop where he's going to do carb job on it, probably plug wires, all that mess, just to get everything up to par. Hopefully he's going to clean the fuel tank out so this thing can make the jog. As soon as my boy gets back into town in about 6-7 weeks, he's going to do a 300-mile jump with that thing, and we'll see how well it does. I think that's pretty bold in a car that he has never seen before, let alone heard anything, driven, and he's not mechanically skilled, so we'll see in a couple weeks for that.
As soon as my buddy got into town, the car was not ready for him to drive, so he had about a week and a half to cram in a bunch of work as he could on this car. So they did a disc brake conversion on the front of it, new cap rotor, all that stuff, because nothing got done on it. New tires, wheels. Actually, no, just new tires, because you don't need new wheels. Those look great. And he embarked on his 300-mile drive down to Monterey. He stopped about every 20 miles because the car was severely overheating. And he's calling, panicking and stuff because he had to cram everything into his schedule trying to get this car done. So he ended up leaving the night before he needed to be in class. So he is just completely strapped on the edge of the wire. And we're going to, have to investigate that situation. It's not as hunky-dory as we were hoping when we picked up this car.
Just drove 2 hours to save my buddy's Ford. Couldn't go the distance. So we brought him a Toyota. There he is. He's trying to go to school in Monterey. It's about 100 miles. It's about a 2-hour drive to where we're at. And
I think that 2 hours down the road, that's pretty impressive.
2 hours out of a 51-year-old car. It looks about the same. It's shiny and it's not running.
Looks pretty.
Yeah, that's what the guy said. He's like, "Oh, that's a nice looking car." And I was like, "Change your license plate. Be nice if it started."
Yeah.
Damn. We don't need that much speed. We're not gonna hit it right. Oh, not that far. Brake. All right.
Oh, come along. Hold up on there. Okay, let the brake off so you can pull you.
Let off the brake. Alright, the compression check is we got a couple dead cylinders. What I'm going to do is we're going to haul this thing up to the other property and we're going to store this thing in a separate garage. So if it doesn't get worked on for months on end, it's not an open engine project that is, gathering up dust and stuff like that. So haul this thing up to, it's actually my grandpa's old place. It's ours now, and well, we can get this thing torn into and see if we can find the issue. Hopefully it's nothing too major.
After all those attempts at him trying to start this car on the side of the highway with it overheated, it would not fire back up. Bring it back home, it cooled off, and it runs again.
It's nothing perfect, but it will do the job. Got plenty of room. I'll take this. I don't even know what that window goes to, but big old window right there. I'll take that and put that somewhere else, and I'll set up a little workbench right there for staging all the parts that come off top of the engine here. And a cold-blooded old machine. It stumbled to life just there a little bit for a second, but kind of running a little rough. I had already drained all the water out of the block, because it's not antifreeze in there. I did not want it to freeze, so had already drained all that out of there, so I didn't want to run it too long because it overheats when it's got water in there. So There's the Ford guy.
Pull the exhaust manifolds and take the heads off. Look at the rust in there!
Yeah, I know.
Holy
I
crap!
was thinking about how much is it to get an aluminum billet one of those.
That's probably $500, I would imagine. Yeah, they just over gooped it. That's what they
Yeah,
did.
no, but look at that one cylinder.
I don't know, but did you see all the cops down there?
No.
Yep.
The gasket that they gooped.
This one needs a screwdriver to get it out of there.
Screwdriver's right there.
And they're stuck.
I'm gonna turn this off. Moment of truth. Let's see how bad it actually is. I think it is ready to pop off of there. Oh. I'm still holding. She's heavy. I don't know. It does have a little, yeah.
Those valves are burnt.
Burnt, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Tell when it wants to get the valve out. You have to see the other side is where
Yeah.
you can tell. This
Well,
side's hard to tell.
I didn't bring a valve clamp.
No.
But it looked like, oops.
No obvious thing here.
Only spot that I saw in between the two centers, I'm just saying for move your finger right here, where there might have been any flow, because that thing just flaked apart right there.
Yeah, but it was overheating and blowing out the water, and
Oh.
probably leaking to the water jacket. Which I'm hoping now that this thing doesn't have a broken block. Judging looking at that thing, no obvious thing there, you know.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to rotate the motor once we get it all apart and make sure there's
Pull
no
this
cracks
head off
in the
too?
cylinder. Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Make sure there's no cracks in the cylinder.
Here. Or is it on the back one? You sure?
Yes, because the head only goes on there one way. No, it was this one.
Yeah, that was the lowest compression one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one burnt the valve.
And that's the cleanest burning one too. These two are super black.
Yeah.
And that one back there is sort of black. And sort of, see this trail right here?
Mm-hmm.
That seems to tell me that the leak was right here somewhere. Probably leaking in this one and then pushing over to this one.
So that right there, we need a new valve.
Yeah.
100% on that one. These ones back here.
Well,
'cause
once we get them out, we can tell.
Yeah, so
you get
that's
them out and you look at them, run around the thing, that might be burnt. See how
that would
we
be.
got that shadow there? We can't tell till we get it out of there, but you see that?
Is there a ding right?
I mean, how dark it is here,
Mm-hmm.
up here. Until we get it out, we won't know. But
All right. Oh, Jesus.
crap.
What?
Just look at it. Come over here and look at it.
Come on, Loeb, show up, buddy.
Over there. It's gone. Look at that.
Is that where it would have been? It's not there. Well, you got to take all that shit off on the front. That's where it's been rubbing right there.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, real tough brake situation. And, well, we gotta brake a little bit because the cam bearings, they still look fine in there. So we're going to get new camshaft installed, and we're going to basically redo the whole top end. Ordered a set of heads from Summit, the valves already installed. Get a set of rockers throw on there, new valve covers, new intake. Gonna make this thing look good on the top end because the bottom end seems to be solid. So we caught a break by a little bit, but at the end of the day, well, we still got to do a little bit more work than we were hoping for.
A foreclosed one? No, don't take the chance.
Down in the other side, it's like by the second gate of Lake Wildwood. Pretty good. Alright guys, day 2. Had to go get some parts and clean some parts off, but both heads are on the car. Starting to put in the push tubes, clean them up a little bit, throw them in there. I can't use that because they don't want us to know that we're using the old ones.
Keep your finger in the front there. There we go.
What, are you gonna try it? Put some more shit on it?
Yeah.
This,
Back in there?
yeah, this is some really thin. Oh no, it's flowing right through it. Somebody said if I made a time lapse of cleaning up Grandpa's, they would be entertained by it. Talk to a man, put in a prayer, and then go on with their day. But seriously though, I don't think that the odds aren't in our favor with this car.
They're not.
Do you have any matches? Just take that heater and throw it in the cab.
You said it had fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, don't turn it on. Turn the key off.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, turn it off. Yeah, it's sparking.
All right, you fired up.
Woo! All right, give it another try.
You good up here?
Yeah,
You want to talk to Jesus one more time? How's our fuel?
I haven't stopped.
How's the coolant level doing? You haven't stopped talking to him?
No, yeah, it's still got water.
Stay, Boone. Sit down.
All right.
Yeah, it's going back down.
It sounds different. That cam is definitely. Give her a little thrust.
It's not showing anything yet. But the main thing is we got, look at that oil pressure. To the moon. That new cam sounds, it makes it, that 289 is surprisingly ballsy sounding. Alright, we're gonna set up a fan, get some of this crap blown out of here so this car can sit and idle. It's definitely sounding nice. Still kind of hear the lifters a little bit. That's not a fan. adjust the timing just a little bit. Kind of falls flat of itself a little bit when you throttle it up under load. And it's firing right up. Moon's back there. Get it.
What?
Huh?
That doesn't do anything. We'll take her back and adjust the carburetor a little bit.
Be nice if it wasn't freaking raining.
Yeah, stay here for a minute and I'll adjust the carburetor a little bit.
All right, go ahead, let her rip. He'll find second.
He'll find second. It's in there, though.
Oh, it's a bitch.
Oh, we'll make it 500 miles, right? You found it.
Has the temperature gauge and oil pressure gauge all accurate?
Yeah. It was like we had to learn how to do it. So, like if you come over, like if you get lost over here, just kind of just slap the sucker over there. Find your first, find your second, and then you can, you know, if it doesn't go up very far, then you know you're not in first. And then if it did, see how it's kind of hung over there?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the only thing. Because if you feel like you get lost and you don't know what the hell gear it's in, because it's stuck in like the 3rd to 4th area, just give her a little. Done. It should pull up pretty quick. Type that in. So. However that goes. Dear Heavenly Father, we pray for the car to stay safe and healthy for his journey ahead. He's just driving it to his parents' house. They're gonna assess over the weekend how they feel about the car making it to LA, which is about 500 miles from here. I said, well, better safe than sorry. I'd probably just trailer it down there rather than put so much strain on it after a fresh everything on the engine. But so they're just gonna feel it out and judge it from there. But the Fastback is officially gone. I got 20 bucks out of him. Just kidding. I got 33 bucks. You can round that up if you want to have the actual number. Yeah, buddy. Cool guy. His buddy was driving Mopar, so it's cool seeing both of them drive off Cornet, rock and rolling.
Well, we've learned one thing on this whole situation. Classic and muscle and all that stuff is expensive. The initial purchase on the vehicles is not what you're going to be paying. Your final investment on that vehicle after, you know, getting it up to par or above par, it's probably going to be double what your initial cost of the car was, if not triple or 4 times. How much money you got? That's how much you're going to put into it. If you want a good car, I would recommend LS swap, modern Hemi, then you have something really nice. There was a big reason why I took so long before I took the plunge into buying some of these classics, because I knew after that experience, my buddy, you know, kind of got shafted. That's just the way it is. You either stick around to see it all completed or get out of the game early and lose some money, and that's what he did. Unfortunately, the guy they sold the car to hot rodded it, and that vehicle no longer had the solid compression it had when we were done with the head job. That's unfortunate. So, you know, my buddy said you ended up keep the car, and you know, he gave the guy a little bit of his cash back. So it was not a wash. He lost money on that. That's, you know, we never want to see that, but if you got to get out of the game, you got to get out of the game. Sometimes probably should have got out of the game before you started. Nevertheless, it was a fun project. We got it back on the road. Something that had been sitting in a barn for, I can't remember the exact number, 10, 15 years, somewhere in there. It was a while. Something that might have seen the light of day after, you know, that many years. To see it up and driving again is truly awesome. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hit them buttons. And if you're new here, that footage is 3 years old, and that car's been gone for a while. I just wanted to bring you guys back up to speed on that story, because thinking back on situations like that, it's kind of neat to realize that was actually a fun time, despite, you know, some of the stress levels that were there. But now I got my own new stress levels. 440 big block, 70 Charger. Gonna have a Cummins and a 69 Charger here pretty quick. But Challenger's doing good. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you tuning in the second channel. See ya. Just an FYI, that 69 Charger that was in that storage locker, barn, whatever you want to call it, at the time, 3 years ago, they were asking $19,000 for that shell. And I bought that one with an engine and everything you need to put back together for 20. So they were asking a lot. That's why we didn't buy it.